Welcome to Neutron Nomad. Metropolis was glowing under the night sky when Superman descended from the clouds, his cape rippling in the wind. But this wasn't the Superman the world admired. His eyes burned red with uncontrolled rage. A mysterious alien parasite had latched onto his mind, amplifying his powers while corrupting his morality. He was no longer Clark Kent. He was a living weapon. The first city on his path of destruction was Gotham. Skyscrapers trembled as Superman's heat vision carved through steel like butter. Citizens screamed, chaos spread, and Gotham needed its protector. From the shadows, Batman emerged, his armor reinforced, glowing with kryptonite energy lines designed for only one purpose: to stop a god. Clark, Batman's voice echoed through his comms. I know you're in there, but if you force me, I'll do whatever it takes. Superman landed with a thunderous shockwave, cracking the pavement beneath him. Stay out of my way, Bruce, or I'll end you. The two legends collided with earth-shattering force. Superman's punch sent Batman flying into a skyscraper, glass raining down. But Batman, always prepared, activated his kryptonite gauntlets, countering Superman's raw strength with precision strikes. Each punch weakened the Man of Steel, but Superman fought back with devastating speed, knocking Batman across the streets. The battle turned Gotham into a war zone. Superman ripped cars from the ground and hurled them like missiles. Batman used EMPs, smoke grenades, and high-tech drones to outmaneuver him. At one point, Superman's heat vision nearly cut Batman in half, but Bruce raised his shield, its kryptonite core glowing as it absorbed the blast. Why fight me, Bruce? You can't win against a god. Superman roared. Then I'll remind you, Batman growled, that even gods can bleed. With calculated timing, Batman unleashed his final weapon, a kryptonite spear. But, instead of driving it through Superman's chest, he stabbed the alien parasite embedded in Superman's neck. A surge of green energy exploded, and Superman screamed in pain as the parasite disintegrated into dust. Exhausted, Superman fell to his knees, his eyes returning to their normal blue. He looked up at Batman, his friend, his rival, and whispered, "You saved me." Batman extended his hand. "No, Clark. We saved each other. Because without you, the world loses hope. Without me, it loses control." The two stood side by side, enemies no longer ready for the next war that threatened Earth. When Superman goes evil, he is no longer a beacon of hope, but a harbinger of destruction. Welcome to my channel. Today, we are going over God vs Shadow. Be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss an awesome animation like this one. Also, this video contains some mild spoilers for Injustice 2. So if you've never played or seen the cutscenes from this game before, consider this your spoiler warning. Injustice 2 is set 5 years after the events of Injustice, Gods Among Men. 5 years after the destruction of Metropolis and the apparent death of Superman, a new threat emerges. This time, it's personal. And for Batman, it may just be the greatest challenge he has ever faced. As the story begins, Superman has already been corrupted by an alien parasite that took control of him and turned him into a ruthless, aggressive version of himself. As he flies around the Earth, he finds the city of Gotham and decides to pay it a visit. Superman destroys everything in sight with his heat vision and super strength. He even rips the Joker's head off. But Batman arrives just in the nick of time and tells Superman he's ending this right now. However, when Superman charges at Batman, he gets punched so hard that he crashes into a skyscraper. But Batman isn't done. He grabs his kryptonite gauntlets and charges at Superman. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Why doesn't Batman just use a kryptonite weapon instead of punching Superman? Well, because even though this version of Superman has gone insane, he's still super fast. And there is no guarantee that Batman could actually hit him with a kryptonite spear or anything like that. Plus, I think Batman wanted to try and reason with Superman, maybe bring his old friend back one last time. But sadly, that fails. The fight continues and the city quickly becomes a battlefield. Superman throws cars at Batman, who dodges them effortlessly with the help of his grappling hook. Then Superman uses his super speed to get behind Batman and scorch him with his heat vision. Batman covers his eyes and narrowly escapes with his life. He then uses smoke to cover his tracks and send out a few drones to distract Superman. He also uses an EMP to overload Superman's suit and take away his powers for a few minutes. But Superman quickly recovers and blasts Batman with another bolt of heat vision. It's a close call, but Batman survives thanks to his kryptonite shield. But even though Superman is clearly weakened, he's far from defeated. As Batman looks around for a way to finish this, he says the famous line, "Then I'll remind you, even gods can bleed." And with that, he charges at Superman once more. Now, if you're familiar with Superman lore, you probably already know where this is going. And that's because Batman doesn't actually kill Superman. Instead, he uses his kryptonite spear to stab the parasite on his neck. The parasite disintegrates, and Clark regains control of himself. In the end, Batman helps Superman up, and the two acknowledge each other's roles in the universe. Superman is hope, Batman is control. They may have their differences, but ultimately they want the same thing, a better world. And with that, they part ways. Which one do you think would win in a fight, Superman or Batman? Let me know in the comments below.